All right, guys, we're live. Hello. Part 15, man. Wow. Time flies. So, um, yeah, guys, so when we last checked up, we were doing our little operation down here to take the coast of Nigeria. Very important entrepot here that we want to take, increase our trade in the Ivory Coast. Very important because, as we can see, there's a decent amount that's being siphoned away to the English Channel because France and England do have a fair amount of trade power here. Now, that's taking away from basically all of our operations and control of trade we have going down here in Mozambique, over here in the Gulf of Aden, over here in Indonesia. So we can't have that, guys. Or over here in South Africa as well, in our Cape. Yeah, so we need to control more of this coast. Absolutely. Congo is a big one. So they were, I believe, I do believe they had their independence guaranteed by England, and I guess that's no longer the case. So we should definitely take a look at taking them out sooner rather than later. But yeah, this Benin coast is it's a good start. Good start for us, because if you look at this, I mean, there's some that's retained the trade power. It's not a huge amount, but the more of these ports we have, the more power we will have. And 56%, that is not enough, guys. We need more than that. As you can see, there's even some going over to the Caribbean, which that's, you know, that's inevitable that some of the colonial nations are going to have some influence there. But yeah, we want to reduce this, the amount going to the English Channel, and we want to increase the amount going to Seville. All right? Because we dominate that node pretty heavily. And yeah, it's going to be very important for us to deal with that. So that's ongoing. Another thing that we were looking at was this situation with Jerusalem. I want to get them vassalized. Something I noticed, apparently they've actually converted to Islam. So I think they were probably force converted by the Mamluks or by rebels that rose up here, and because they control only Gaza right now. So it's not great, for sure. So it's going to be a little harder to vassalize them. And we look at the math here, kind of a tough position because, look, so we've guaranteed them. That gives us 10. So we've improved relations up to 76, so we can get, like, 74 more. So let's just say 75 for purposes. Let's just say, okay, so let's say that their relations is 100. We add 25, it's 125 from improved relations. We can give them a gift. That'll add another 25. That gets us up to 150. Well, shoot. Okay, so what's another thing we can do? We can give them military access, another 10, so that's 160. Shoot, guys, we're still missing another 30 to get to the 190 threshold. That's a problem. So we're gonna have to bridge that gap somehow. Maybe we could do subsidies. Maybe we could give them. We could go to war with the Mamluks again and give them some territory back. Now, I believe the Mamluks, as soon as our truce is up, they are going to go in on or go into the coalition. So we have to be cognizant of that. And in fact, I think we better set ourselves up for going to war with them as soon as the coalition. And so we're going to transport these guys up here. I'll probably also send these guys, this army over here in Australia, back. Although we do have some Ormuzi separatists, but maybe we could deal with that. Is it just this province? Yeah, we can just increase autonomy there. That's not a big deal. Oh, so perfect. That gets rid of that uprising. We don't really want to deal with that. Yeah, and other than that, not too serious a situation with rebels or anything. Eventually we're going to get not a whole lot of unrest in Las Corée, and we're in process of converting that. So we'll have that converted before the Sunni rebels end up popping up. So that's good. That's good. Also, one of the things I was looking at is, going to war with some of these powers in Indonesia over here. And I wish I had some more diplomacy slots. We are annexing Fazan, so get rid of them. But I'm kind of looking to replace that with Bengal here as an ally. Because I would like, honestly, to maybe vassalize someone in Indonesia here, like Majapahit. I feel like that would be a really cool vassal to have. You could feed back them feed them back a bunch of territory over here. I think they'd be a very, very useful vassal to have. Tributary trading port, interesting. But yeah, because at the moment we definitely need to improve our standing in the Malacca node. 21% and 14 is going over, and you look at this, like we have huge amount of trade in the Moluccas, and that's transferring up to the Moluccas, which is why we have as much as we have. But we're sending 23.77 ducats over here, and we're only getting less than 15 sent over to the Cape. So that's not enough. That's definitely not enough. Now, we can send some more trade boats. That will help. But we need a center of trade over here. We need like maybe Palembang or some of these guys here. I mean, most of them are controlled by Ayat Thaya, so we definitely need to make war on Ayat Thaya eventually. Of course, there's Brunei, right? That's that would be someone valid to go after. That was Sulu, Palembang, and Banjar. So that wouldn't be too bad. We could go after Sunda. They control Palembang itself, because that Palembang no longer holds Palembang. That'll be a little bit difficult. They have more vessels than Brunei does. 49, that's a lot. I'll need to upgrade my navy definitely to be able to beat those guys back. That'll be a little bit of a challenge to defeat that navy for sure. It's significant, but it's doable. Make some investments. So I was thinking the way we can go at Sunda is through Balambangan here. So that would work. Who's Bali allied with? Oh, could also go through Bali. You could also do it through Bali, right? That's totally an option. Which would be pretty good to actually, if we can't do both, because then we can get a nice little land bridge all the way from Timor all the way to Java. That would be great. That'd be really cool. So we have some options here. We do. We definitely do. But thinking, let's send these guys over to Malacca. Thinking, though, we're definitely going to have to go at the Mamluks before they end up entering the whole coalition against us. And they're, of course, allied with Kaliwa, and so that'll be good. We can take some of our claims on Kaliwa. Very valuable. Get us some of the Zambezi trade node. That'll have power transferring down into the Zanzibar node. It'll help us with trade, of course. So yeah, I think that's what we need to be doing. So let's see if we can see where our armies are. So you guys need to be. They have no general, so let's give them a general. Do some drilling. If you guys are just hanging out, no reason not to be drilling. That's how these guys drill as well, of course. That is not in, yeah, it's no uprising in that province. We're gonna not indebt ourselves. So, okay. So our claims here are complete. over here, our claims are complete. That's great. Perfect, 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 perfect. We managed to get the claim like right after they moved, so we didn't just get a claim on this. It's just now an uncolonized province. So we're gonna get the Columbia River Delta, and I think we'll just declare war on them right now. Oh, well, so that includes these guys. Tariffs on tea, yes. Uh-oh. Wow. Sorry, guys. I know you just started drilling, but looks like we have another another group of enemies attacking us. So we're going to enforce peace. Oh, they're willing to do it. Perfect. So in any case, you guys are going to come over here because we are going to declare war on the Chinook, and they are allied with the Awinge Federation. So that'll be good. That'll be good. We can get our California colony going, and they're also allied with the Yokuts, of course. So yeah, we'll get our California colony going. Cool. So that's another little thing. That's not really wasn't really our main focus right here, but I think that's a good thing. You guys are going to continue drilling. So you guys just head basically right over to their capital, man. Start sieging these guys down. And we're going to win this war pretty easily, no problem. So these guys we're going to colonize more West Africa. I'll send my other guy to colonize this last uncolonized province of the West Africa region, or the Ivory Coast region. I think it would be good after that to send some of the colonists down here to this coastline. Just get right here and Namibia. We want as much of the African coast as possible. It's all very important. Very, very important. So, in the meantime, I think... we need to upgrade these guys. These guys are all out-of-date boats. All out-of-date boats. So we will send you guys to right here, start upgrading. Oh, we don't have enough money? Oh, now we do. Yeah, start upgrading these boats. We want them to be the newest and fanciest boats to protect our trade here. Our fleet is of the utmost importance. Also, though, I do want to build a few more heavy ships. Ease attention, man. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Dude. Perfect. This event gave us plus 60 opinion with Jerusalem, and that will allow us to definitely be able to do the annexation on them, or the vassalization on them. That will definitely do the trick. I'm gonna prioritize converting these Muslim provinces because you do want to add these to our different and various trade companies. So that came in super clutch. Super clutch. Super clutch. So it looks like these guys finished with the Comoros. That's cool. We will add this to the trade company, of course. Wow, because of our trade company upgrades, actually, that drastically increases the income from the province. That's great. So, question is there any left, any areas in the Indonesia area to colonize? Other than Papua, not really. Could start on the Philippines, but I think I'm going to go for more of Africa, more of the African coast. I think coast of Namibia is a good idea. But But this one has 5, Natal has 5 development, so we'll focus on the higher development one first. So, cool. Also, eventually, I'd actually like to kind of put maybe a few guys in in Siberia. Why not? There's no Russia, so may as well. So, yeah, you guys heading to the capital? Yep, go over there. Attack. Anyway, so we can pretty much ignore that situation over there. Our other diplomats, we will want to, well, got to be ready for this war with Egypt. That is ending in September, so we got to be real careful. We got to have our finger on the button. We got to have a diplomat free at all times to be able to declare this war basically immediately. So I'll have you ready. So actually, I would like to be able to vassalize these guys like as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, let's send a gift in a sec. So they're at 64. That'll get us to, yeah, okay, yeah. We'll be able to, I believe we will be able to vassalize these guys before we declare war on the Mamluks. I believe that will be possible. So, another thing, let's get you guys over. Well, let's see first. What's the standing army for Kliwa? It's a lot, actually. Ooh. This war with these guys, can we bring in Ethiopia? We cannot. They have a truce. Oh, but once the truce expires, they will be willing. Okay, so let's get these guys over to Ethiopia. So we can help them out. In other matters, with our other diplomats, let's start fabricating claims on a lot of these guys so that if we want to pop a war off over here, we have the means to do that. So, I want to finish this situation as soon as possible. Definitely, without a doubt, we want to finish this. Let's see, you guys almost done yet? No, not quite yet. Okay. With this money, let's make some galleons, man. Or you know what? Let's build a flagship, guys. Let's build a flagship. In addition to the modifications, it's a flagship designer to add modifications. Maintenance costs will depend on the class of the flagship and the applied modifications as cannons, morale, and more durability. So, let's see. Heavy ship, fleet engagement width, fleet morale, flagship durability, fleet expiration range, fleet naval barrage cost. Ooh, trade power per ship and fleet. You know what? Let's make a light ship flagship with trade power per ship in fleet. So, okay, hold up. Let's build it over here. Let's do it. Let's build in Sierra Leone, light ship with trade power per ship and fleet. And I don't know if we really need to do anything more than that. Yeah. Yeah, man, we'll just build a, yeah, man, we'll build a flagship for African trade. There you go. Yeah. Flagship frigate. That's great. I think that's a great idea. I think that's a lot. I think that's good. Yeah. Then so meanwhile, build a couple galleons over here. Because when we fight some of these Indonesian powers, they have a lot of ships. And we're going to need some firepower to beat them back. So that's 8. Let's make... Well, how many do we currently have in our fleet here? So our main fleet, this has been going everywhere. 9. Then so we'll make 11, so we have 20. How about that? How about that? There we go. Oh, wait. Hold it. 11. Okay. Perfect. And other than that, we will, of course, build more frigates. So important. So important for our trade. Right here. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Oops. Pardon me. Right here, right here. And of course, why not some more for our good old fleet patrolling the Ivory Coast. The more trade ships we have over there, especially with that trade ship-related flagship, we're going to be getting a lot more trade coming through the Ivory Coast. And this is probably the most important node because basically every other node in the whole East is funneled through the Ivory Coast. So the more that our sort of rivals or other nations can siphon off of that, the worse that is. The worse that is for us. So anyway, shoot, it's already September. Dang, man. That happened fast. They're about to enter the coalition with us. Should we just go to war with them anyway? Yeah. No, let's just wait. Let's just wait. Okay, here's the thing. So, if they enter the coalition, like I can still vassalize Jerusalem at this point. So it's not really any big deal. So where are you guys? So. I'm going to get you guys actually over to Indonesia because I do want to do some major wars over here in Indonesia. That's very important. So we're just actually going to lay off of Egypt for now. We're going to let them join the coalition. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We still have over 50 power projection. You know? That's fine. We won't go to war with them immediately. Because again, we can vassalize Jerusalem. So, get some of these guys out of the coalition, though. We want to see if we can get the coalition to collapse in on itself. So, we will prove relations to some of these guys. Also, wait. Actually, you know what? You guys instead go to Safi. Let's take these idiots out. You know? You guys just go right over here. Yeah, dude. Take out Safi finally. How about that? How about that? All right. Welcome to the Trade Company. Gulf of Aden Company. Trade Company. Boom. So we should be getting more trade coming down from here pretty soon. Beautiful to see. Benin has fallen. Now let's get a leader on you guys. Yep. Mamluks is in the coalition. No surprise there. I believe I saw someone else declaring war on these guys. So, geez, okay. Chickasaw Federation is at war with them. Withdraw these guys for a sec here, because we're just gonna send a gift to them momentarily. So yeah, we're gonna have to. Ooh. What is this? Yeah, that's fine by me. You guys keep drilling. Keep drilling. All right, so once this diplomat comes back, we will send him to enforce peace on the Chickasaw Federation here. And you know what? If they don't want peace, that's fine. We'll defeat them. And they're okay with it. All right. That's fine. That is fine. All right. Okay. So, whoa, auto saving. It always kind of freezes up on me when it auto saves. I think that's pretty normal though. Benin or Hausa. Let's see. All I really want is the coast. I don't really care about the interior territories that much. I mean, I guess if I could take a few of them, that's cool. So, let's see. Ife. I don't really know where Ife is. Oh, that's right here. Kano. No, that's all the way in there. Ketu. Okay. Ondo. Here, yeah. That sounds like a good peace offering. Get some territories here. We'll consolidate some development if we can. You know? In the meantime, why don't you guys just kind of go further inland? We can, you know, explore some more territories. Nice to see that siege is complete. Let's go up to Yokuts. Siege them down. Find it interesting how all my colonies have now shifted sort of their priority to occupying down here and transferring it over to France. Kind of annoying, but you know. Should have probably declared war on some of these areas first. Before the French are now doing it. But it's whatever, you know, it's their colony is not that big. And even if they were to take all that land, it's still not going to be that big. Okay, all you guys are upgraded, get back to work here. What should we do now? Micronesia, yes, that is a center of trade. Workshops, Okay, churches, we have some decent... Yeah, we'll make some churches. Build some churches. Get our tax income a little bit up. That's can't hurt, right? Granada. We'll let them fight it out. You know, the autonomy will go down. Autonomy will go down over time. Save our monarch power, right? Which, speaking of which, what's our situation with our technology? It's all looking pretty decent, although we definitely want to get a the Diplotech 16. I was about to say we're only earning 1 because we're integrating Fazan. Well, that's done. That's all done. So let's send these guys a gift. How about that? Now we have 200 relations with Jerusalem, and I believe we will indeed be able to vassalize them. And of course, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just immediately force religion on them. They're not going to like that. Their liberty desire is going to shoot up, shoot way up. That's okay. It's all right. Company depot. Let's see what company depots we can make. Boom, boom. Okay. Those are definitely things to prioritize. It increases our trade power substantially. What can we do with our other diplomats? Let's have you guys... Oh, what about Banjar? They're allied with Brunei, Luwu, and Barao. Okay. What about Kutai? Allied with Lanfang and Luwu. What about Lanfang? Bali, Sunda, and Kutai. That could be good. Majapahit? Allied with Palembang. Okay. What about Pagaruyung? Allied with Ayat Thaya. Ternate? No allies, though they're colonizing. I kind of want to let them just colonize some territories for me to later, scoop up. What about Maguindanao? Luwu, Tondo, and Manila. That could be a cool guy to go after. We'll take Luwu, and we'll get a huge amount of the Philippines just in one go. Although if we went for Luwu, they're allied with Kutai, Banjar, and Maguindanao. Why wouldn't... Okay, I have an idea. Why don't we declare on pretty soon here on Luwu, then co-belligerate Maguindanao, take the whole Philippines basically here, take the rest of Sulawesi, and take a bunch of Borneo in one go. Still, we won't have any sort of trade here, but we could co-belligerate Banjar as well, bring in Brunei. And we'd also get Barao. And so we could get like half of, in one war, we could get like, so much. We get like half of Borneo, or over half of Borneo. We get most of the Philippines, or at least we'll conquer Mindanao, Tondo, and Manila. It will still be Cebu. And yeah, man. And Luwu, that is going to be good. That would be good. But, of course, that'll be a tough task. The enemy has a lot of ships, but I think we would be able to win that. We'd have to bring, though, of course, a lot of soldiers over, which we can do, which we can totally do. It's totally within our ability. Oh, now we discovered all of West Africa, just like that. Discovery spread. Well, first off, let's end this war here. Let's see. So this is part of the Ivory Coast node, so we'll definitely take this. So definitely the priority is this. Oh, and this one, that's also part of the node. So anything beyond this would just kind of be extra. Like, let's say, just try to take, like, all these guys that are in the same region, so we can consolidate. No, okay, we can't do that. I bet you we could though if we take this when we take this army out. Oh, form 4 trade companies to get the bonus merchants from all of them. Beautiful. So did we just get bonus merchant? No. Oh, yeah, we did. We did. Beautiful. Oh, from the Barbary Coast Company, it looks like. That's sick. We will go ahead and chase these guys down. And momentarily we'll figure out what to do with these guys here. Yeah, we'll send these guys up here, take out this little army. Or that's part Yokut, so actually, we don't have to worry about that. We'll just make peace with Yokuts here. Can we annex a migratory tribe? Probably not. Oh, we can. Cool. Okay. We'll do that. Take them and their money. And I'll begin coring this up. The whole Bay Area is now ours. Wow. All right, so as far as merchants, where should we put a merchant? Could do somewhere in the Americas here. It's always a good option. We could do Zambezi. Could totally do that. Or, oh, Timbuktu. Yeah. Yeah, we got 32% in there, apparently. One second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So, all right. Oh, let's definitely get some more of these guys going. Boom. Yep. More trade. Yeah, we're still not making that much trade from here, but any little bit helps, I suppose. It really sucks how much actually France is taking out of here. It would probably be good actually to annex Valencia eventually, so we can have more upstream, or like so we have more of our guys transferring stuff upstream. Oh, beautiful to see that these guys are now part of my army because again we have, of course, a bunch of Tunis now, or sorry, the rest of the Tunis node. We don't control 100% of it here. I find it interesting how Tunis, they have their independence guaranteed by Genoa. So, yeah, once they're out of the coalition, we will definitely attack Tunis for sure. Yeah, and get Genoa in there and take their holdings here. Maybe we'll even take this province right here. Why not? Get some of the more of the Genoa node transfer upstream. Now, that's not going to make a big difference, but every little tiny bit helps, you know? So, 2 more transport ships. That's cool. I guess we'll send you guys over here. You guys can hang out with the rest of our fleet. Yeah, start protecting the trade over here. I think we're ready to hit the offer vassalization button. Boom. Boom. Jerusalem's now our vassal, guys. Great to see. So we will, of course, immediately force their religion. Now that'll bring our liberty desire pretty high, man. Yeah, increase by 100%, which only takes it up to 60. And so we could sacrifice some prestige. Boom. Sacrifice a little prestige to bring that down, so they're no longer disloyal. So that's good. And that will then tick down from there. Because we don't want anyone backing their independence. Definitely not like the Ottomans or something. So that's good. So when Mamluks are out of this coalition, look at all these provinces we have to feed them. Isn't that amazing? These guys would be a cool vassal. So, what other areas have I recently converted that I can add to trade companies? Don't know. Oh, and beautiful to see. It looks like, yeah, dude, finally, looks like Portugal is colonizing, but I don't think they are, actually. Oh, they are. Beautiful. Sorry, not Portugal, but Australia. Our Australia colony is indeed colonizing. So that's very, very good. You guys meet up over here. Got more frigates in Indonesia. It's beautiful to see. Very beautiful to see. So, all right. Got some time before these merchants. Dude, so, wow, and the Sardinian people. So our, okay, hold on. All right. So there's a lot of things going on right now. These guys are asking for money. You know, I thought that if I didn't, get their, help, that they wouldn't have expectations, but, now apparently they do, so we want the crown to pay off some of their debts. That'll give us a loan, dude. Also, let's reduce inflation. What the heck are we doing here? That will give us a loan. It's fine. We came to their help. They'll owe us. So this is an event that oftentimes comes up in the game. So you'll have an advisor that's really hanging out with your heir a lot and guiding him a whole bunch, which is not really that great an heir, to be honest with you, but it's okay, I suppose. So Bonaventura Casti, yeah, he's special bond to him and the Sardinian people's homeland. So yeah, he's becoming real, hanging out a lot with the Sardinians, probably hanging out a lot in Sardinia. And basically, if we give him his blessing, yeah, Joao will become basically Sardinian in culture. So, no, I mean, it's Castilian in culture now, which doesn't really help us because we don't have any Castilian provinces. But I will say this, man. With this, though, we do get a skill 2 that's 50% cheaper to employ, so we'll do that. Although apparently he's not an administrative advisor. Oh, great. Okay. Oops. Settle the issue, press the issue. We'll just settle it. Where is this? Yeah, we'll protect our trade. Forest cannot like us. That's fine. I don't care. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we want a level 3 we want level 3 advisors on all of them. Eventually, we would like to upgrade them, but we need to make more income for us to be able to realistically do that. Another age. Apparently, we have another age bonus we can get. Not really. It's not really helping us. Oh, look, we went all the way up here. Okay, so I think with this Winge, we can pretty much piece them out at this point. I mean, they've been pretty roughed up, it looks like. Although not like too crazy so far. Let's see. Let's see what we can take. Take these California provinces. Get it. Oh no, they don't like that. They don't like that. So what would be like a maximum offer or maximum please deal? Basically this, essentially. That'd be our California colony. Let's see what can we get right now. Dude, not a lot, man. Yeah, so we'll wait on that. We'll wait on that. Well, oh, these guys are trapped in Cabo, so we will take them out. Oh yeah, papal usury. It's always a good bonus to have. Cool. All right. So yeah, let's win this battle here. Another conversion has been completed. We'll convert another Muslim province. Beautiful. Won that little battle. Let's see now what kind of deal we can get out of these guys. Not this yet. That's okay. I'm all right with this, for instance. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Lower Niger. No, we can't consolidate development. Doesn't buy enough development in our capital. Wow. Okay. Well, that might be because our capital is like already, huge. I mean, what if we could transfer it over to Porto, for example? That'd be kind of funny. Well, all right. That's fine, I guess. I'm kind of surprised we can't consolidate development over here. I mean, like, that's a decent amount of development. I'm really pretty surprised, to be honest. Not here either. It's kind of wild, to be honest. Here, yeah. Here we can, but I don't really want to do that. Beautiful. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to. Yeah, man. I guess we're just gonna have to just core all these up. And it's nice to have a fort here in West Africa now, I guess. One I didn't have to build myself. You know, and there's some decent trade goods here. Coffee, ivory, glass is a cool one. You know, I mean, slaves, ivory, slaves, cool. Cool. Yeah. All right. We will put you guys right here. Why not? And then, yeah, our next ones we'll colonize are all these coastal ones. Oh, and of course we can eventually colonize these guys now. We're connected to that. Oh, of course. Core this one up. Cool. Cool. What else can we do right now? We can improve some relations with some of these guys, coalition guys. Yes. We have enough for claim. We basically have pretty much the entire world at this point discovered. Chagatai is looking huge. Wow. Yeah, we will indeed go ahead and fabricate our claim in Brunei. Recall you. And then get our claim on Luwu. Yeah, we just want to have claims on a bunch of these guys, so we just have immediate options of who we're going to attack at any given time. Send you guys protect trade. And we're getting the first of our new heavy ships, our new Carracks, or sorry, our new galleons at this point. Built. That's very good. We will make a company warehouse right here. That's important. At this point, basically our colonists are just going to do the rest of the work for us. We may as well just send these guys back and let them sit around and drill. May as well, right? I mean, there's not really any point otherwise. Yeah, and I suspect the French are just going to annex all of this area here. They're not going to be able to annex this area. They don't even border it. Cool. All right. How about now? What kind of deal are you guys willing to make with us? It's not that good. It's definitely not that good. Yeah, we'll wait. I want to take a little bit more. For sure. For sure. Oh, and it's over. Yep. Oh, wow. So they actually managed to take some of these areas. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Nice. Love to see these galleons, man. All right. So what's the unrest looking like in these areas? Fairly significant. So let's see. Sunni zealots, those are in our colonies. Those are in the areas we're converting. Okay. Oh, that's it. Um, Ashanti separatists here. Okay. Oyo separatists. Ife and Oyo. Yeah, I might want to leave army here. Oh, apparently we have an achievement. Oh, launch a flagship. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, gained a shipyard in Lisbon. That's cool. So this flagship, we will assign a admiral to, and we're going to protect trade over here in the Abbey Coast. Now we've reformed the Navy. So what does that give us? Wow. Country allows galleon ships. Country allows caravel ships. I think we could already do that. I don't know, like, okay, until the end of the game gives us yearly naval tradition plus 0.5, which is amazing. That's cool. Okay. Wow. Oh, wine monopolies. Leading producer in wine, 10 provinces owned by you or your tributary subjects of producing wine. Okay. Portuguese Malacca, man. That's something we have to get pretty soon. Definitely. So honestly, it might be better just for actually our next war to just be with Ayutthaya. Because we got to continue our mission tree, guys. We got to continue our mission tree. That's an absolute imperative. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, so forget about Seuss here. That's not really that important. Let's get these guys over to here. Because, Bengal seems to actually be collapsing power here. They're not doing well. I mean, would there maybe be, like, someone else we could go up against? Or, sorry, someone else significant we could get as an ally? That would counter Ayutthaya? Yeah, I'm not liking the fact that they're looking so weak, man. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. Of course, but Manus is not looking that strong right now either. So, I don't know. Could also make another army. That would help. That would help. Yeah, let's make another army over here. And we'll bring, yeah, of course, as I ordered, we'll bring these guys over to Indonesia. Or it's sort of area. I think it's necessary. I think we have to fight Ayutthaya. I don't think we have another choice. Got to get Malacca, man. And luckily with, like, Bengal, we'll have to wait for this war with Bengal to end. And we'll have to get allied with them. That's for sure. So let's send this alliance offer quick here. Let's get out of this war. Yeah, all right. That's fine. That's fine. We'll take, yeah, okay, that's fine. It's all right. We'll take this peace deal. So that would be 4 in the colonial region. This would be 5. So, okay. So we're going to have our California colony momentarily. Of course, we got more of these guys. That will be fine. That will be fine. And when our our diplomats return, we'll end this war. We'll get out of conflict, and we will, of course, ally good old Bengal here. Let's annex the migratory tribe, actually. Ooh. Global trade. All right. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay. First off, alliance with Bengal. Okay. Okay. Upgrade centers of trade. Let's do that. So, all right. We could seize land. We could do that. I'm going to go ahead and not do that right now. Or, wait, hold on. How far along is our fleet with these guys? Wait. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So goods have been moved across continents since antiquity, but where this was previously limited, sorry, excuse me, I can't read right now. There's a set number of routes and goods, such as manufactured goods of India and China, finding their way across the Indian Ocean and along the Silk Road. All trade is now increasingly becoming part of a greater world network. With the discovery of the Americas, sea routes around Africa, and the crossing of the Pacific Ocean, local trade networks are being connected into one world-spanning interconnected web. Silver mined in the Andes is now being boxed and taken via Europe all the way to China and India. Iron mined and wrought in Scandinavia is being sold in West Africa by English merchants. And some are making a fortune just distributing cloth and spices within the Southeast Asian trade sphere. Local Indian merchants are investing in future European trade ventures. Maybe still early to speak of a truly global economy, but the first seeds have been sown. So unfortunately, we did not get the institutions spawning in our country. Where did it end up? Gloucester. England. It's the global trade, Gloucester. So that's basically Bristol. So Bristol is essentially the main global trade hub. Okay. Wild. All right. Bristol, of all places. That's fascinating. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the institution spawning in my country. That is very disappointing. I'm not going to lie to you. That is disappointing. That's all right. We are, of course, now out of Bengal. Man, not many viewers today. I thank everybody who has joined, but not many. Maybe the Sunday afternoon streaming is just not a good time. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, we'll core up this here. Yeah, we'll have to send 2 more. Well, I was about to say we have to send 2 more colonists up here, but you know what? We could probably just, we could put a claim on the Haida here, and that'll get us another war with Wingate, which that'll be good. That'll be very good. Well, anyway, So I'm curious, if we were to declare war right now on them, I don't imagine that Bengal would come in. No. Oh, we need to get favors with them. That's important. That's very important. The many interests of our king, or our emperor, so Hoao the Fourth. Our emperor has grown what is this? Ooh. Wow. Okay. Wow. So grain and wine are down like 1,000,000%. Oh my god. Okay. Huge volcanic eruption affected the global environment. So anyway, okay, our emperor has grown increasingly interested with the higher intellectual pursuits. He can spend days talking to learned men of our court. He has started inviting scholars from near and far to help him better understand how the world works and the people in it functions. How the world and the people in it functions. This kind of sounds a little weird. The way things are developing, Hoao IV himself could probably become an authority in his own right if he would spend enough time and resources in the area of his choice. Oh, okay, this is an interesting event. So we must strive to understand the physical world around us. It will be free to spend time and resources of our state in the pursuit of his greater interest in life. Only time will tell if he makes a name for himself in the scholarly discipline. Let's not waste his time and money with such matters. No. Physical world around us, the laws of God and man. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Also, I realize there's a few other gold provinces here. Yeah, I'm going to have you guys declare war on the Mishtek here. We need that extra gold, man. That's more money we're leaving on the table. That's money we're leaving on the table, guys. What is this? Enable promote investments. Increases power in the trade company's province by 50%, causing the annual inflation of, whoa. Wow. Okay. Why don't we do that in at least the Gulf of Guinea? That's Gulf of Aden. Or, yeah, Guinea Company. Yeah, we'll enable promote investments there. Yeah, man. Okay. Wow. All right. Mexico. Here we go. Okay. Go ahead and start war in colony Mishtek. There we go. Nice. Cool. Which, that's convenient. This will link us up both sides of our colony. And then later we'll have them go up against Tlapanek. Get both those gold provinces, man. The gold. The gold. So crucial. So crucial. All right. Yeah, so now in the meantime here, got an army we're building over here. We've got our new ships, new fancy ships. Which, I'm not sure how many ships, or I'm not sure what the composition of the Thailand fleet is. And by the way, if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining. I do these streams about every week. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Oh, we can upgrade a center of trade. Miss Scott, we're definitely going to be doing that, of course. Of course. Are there any other centers of trade we can really upgrade at the moment? Not really, unless we get this one up, unless we get this one's development up massively. I would like to have a world port in one of these provinces. That would be very good indeed. Having a world port in one of these provinces would be amazing. Um. Okay. Okay. You guys keep drilling. And how many leaders can I have? Okay, so yeah, I can get another leader. We'll put you over here. And of course, we'll have you guys drilling. Obviously. We have some free diplomats. We will, of course, have you guys start currying favors. Actually, that is under influence, I believe. Yes, curry favors. Oops. Yes, we're going to make more company depots everywhere. Obviously, guys. Obviously, guys. Obviously. Quite a bit of overextension, but that's okay. Most of that is out in the Americas right now. That's fine. Of course, we have what's going on over here. Those will be cored up sooner rather than later. So now we are, of course, at war with Aragon. Yeah, because the French are going to take more of the Netherlands. Just erasing the Netherlands off the face of the map, essentially. I'm going to basically ignore that situation pretty much. They're unfortunately going to continue to grow in their strength, France. So it's a little scary. It's really scary, to be honest with you. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But I'm glad to see that our trade in the Ivory Coast is going up. For what that's worth. Which also pits us against Scotland, funny enough. And I thought that they were previously allied with them. So it looks like actually I could be able to go to war with Scotland independently pretty soon. What's happening here? Oh, Australia is going at it against some of these guys. Against these Aboriginal nations. They're the aggressor in the war. Well, where's their army? Wait, where is the Portuguese Australia army right now? Am I missing something here? And for one thing, also, where is my navy? Okay. Yeah, you guys just transport them to right here. That's fine for now. Yeah, you guys get drilling. You guys can drill too. So like, what's my corruption at? I don't really want to pay much for that, to be honest with you. National decisions, draft ships for war. Cool. Galleons. Nice. Nice to see that. That's always fun. It's always fun to get the 3 free galleons. Love that. Jerba will convert. Oh, which speaking of which, this area, we can actually just throw a bunch of these provinces now into the trade company. Not the ones that haven't been converted yet. We'll deal with those first, but all the ones that haven't been converted, boom, welcome to the trade company. And we're already automatically making more just by putting them in the trade company. Our income goes up. May as well do the same with this guy. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Wow, it's amazing to see that, like, God, they've crossed the border here. They've ruined my prosperity over here. I should have just gone with my seized land. My idea to seize land. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. But sucks to see Bengal just losing this hard, man. Sucks to see it. But we are currying our favors with them. Yeah, I mean, hopefully these guys can kind of recuperate and yeah, we can. You know, I think maybe before we go to IFI, because we need to get Bengal some time to recuperate, because I mean, it's like there are no small fries, Bamanis and Ayatthaya. Of course, I suppose we could sort of start out with most of our guys over here in Goa, or then some other guys right here going on Bamanis first. Try to get a win on them real quick. You know, siege down these forts as soon as humanly possible. Since most of these are level 2 forts still. Oh, well, there's some of level 4. Which I haven't really upgraded hardly any of my forts yet, actually. I haven't really upgraded them at all. But, yeah, we'll put some of these guys. Yeah, I suppose we just do it, man. We'll have to wait. Obviously, we'll have to wait like a little bit, right? Although one thing that's interesting is that eventually, I think our alliance with Bengal will have outlived its usefulness, because we do have, of course, a mission to control Portuguese Burma. Now that would, of course, be after we take Surat here. That's in our mission tree, which would be going against Gujarat eventually, who is allied with Jaunpur and Multan. That's pretty nasty. So we definitely want their help with them, and then we just abandon the alliance. But that's not for a while. We definitely got to advance this mission tree, man. There's no doubt about it. And like the Portuguese Malacca, man. I mean, that's important, man. That's important. That gets us. That gets us up to settling Indonesia, which we've actually already done. Should get us a spice trade. That's cool. Trade steering. Securing trade, being this more powerful Malacca. Trade dominance until the end of the game. That's huge. That's a huge bonus for the whole game. Huge. But if we have good relations with the owner of Macau, so yeah, with this event, then we can get Macau for free with UA, which would be really cool. Should be really, really cool. Sick, actually. It'd be dope. So we will actually just get out ahead of that and get some improved relations with UA. So, yeah, man, I think we just got to start preparing, I guess, for... Yeah, we got to start preparing for war with Bamanis. Although, I don't know. I'm really in indecision right now whether to go for like Luwu and fight another war in Indonesia before we fight over here. We could do it, you know. So what is soaking up all my money right now? I guess it's army maintenance. I was just making like one more extra army right here. I mean, really made a big difference. I guess. It's kind of wild. I wouldn't really expect it to be that intense. But... yeah, I had thought... So... okay, so I had with Pagaruyung. So we have, okay, so right now over here we have like a decent amount of guys, but kind of need a few more, I think. Enemy invasion imminent. From where? Oh, they're trying to land guys in North Africa. Or they were. Oh, wow. I didn't realize actually the Scottish had such a huge operation going over here. It's got a wild Argentine. Yeah, Kutai. Sure. Oh, so there's a war going on here. There is a war going on here. So that is... ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a whole situation going on here. Whole situation going on over here. Do we have a Casus Belli on Sunda? We do. We do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Because we got to give, we realistically, we do have to give some time for these guys to recuperate themselves. Bring you guys over here. Okay. I mean, of course, we could go and attack the other side, Luwu, Kutai, and all these guys, but I think that Sunda is definitely the more powerful of the two. The two sides, absolutely, they're more powerful, this alliance. So we're going to attack the more powerful one. They, of course, will be distracted. They will have their guys over here, not on the mainland. And what's their fleet looking like? Let's try, and as soon as this war starts, we'll sort of go ahead and try to yeah, all right, we'll build a palace. Why the heck not? I like building the palaces. It's fun. Let's get you over here and stat. And then we're going to try to ambush this Sunda navy. And this whole war here will be, will be useful. There, obviously, like, we can take the center of trade over here, and we can take Lanfang. So we are going to be taking a lot of territory that is indeed in the Malacca trade node, which is what we want, which is what's very important for us. Very important indeed. Very important indeed. Get it together, France. I mean, what are you guys doing, man? Wow. Yet another merchant. Isn't that amazing? Let us put this merchant. How about Gujarat? How about that? How about that? Boom. You're going here. Any other trade nodes I can put this? Or yes, not trade nodes, but any other provinces. Merchant trade power. Sorry, I want the Diplotech first. Although those trade ideas are important to get, we need to have our Diplotech up. Come on, hurry, get the heck over here, fleet. Sure, we'll do knowledge sharing with you guys. Totally do that. Ooh, and that's a brutalized Bengal, man. Ooh, the consort died. That's too bad. Youch. Growth of the perfume. Essex is the perfume capital. Wow. Wow. Okay. Essex being the perfume capital. Wow. England's economy in this game, man, it's pretty amazing, actually. All right. Costa do Marfim. Okay. Cool to see. Doing here in Namibia. Let's send a colonist over here. Where are the rest of them at? Oh yeah, Natal, right here. We'll just recall you guys. You guys are about to be done anyway, and we will send you over here. Complete the whole colonization of the African coast. So we got to keep that going sooner rather than later, right? Or we got to make sure that's done sooner rather than later. Okay. Okay. We are going to definitely make sure that we managed ambush successfully the Sunda Navy. It's going to be very critical. Get ourselves an admiral. You guys stop drilling because we are going to need you guys. So look, okay. These guys are pretty big fleet, but they have no heavy ships. None. With our multitude of heavy ships, I'm pretty confident that we will be able to beat these guys down. I'm pretty confident about that. Can we get this technology? Not yet. Chase these guys down. We got to make sure we know, see where they're going. Think they're coming up here to blockade or attack Mindanao. Are they just kind of... Wait. No, they're back down here. Where are they going? What are they doing? Where are they going and what are they doing? Okay, I mean, we've got a bunch of Sunda ships on top of us right now. I don't see where the rest of them are. So honestly, I think now is as good a time as ever to, yeah, just pop the declare war. We don't need anyone else to join. That's fine. Boom. Okay. So we will take out these ships real quick. Boom. So these guys are going to be done briefly. Yes, thank you. You've won this little naval battle. We'll come down here, aid our trade fleet in this naval battle. We can't cross here. We can deploy these guys right over here. Start sieging down Palembang. Because that is actually the war goal anyway, so. Just like that, we win. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, it's food's ready, so I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry anyway. But we started this war. We just got off to a real good start. We smashed some of their fleets up. They still have a lot of ships. I don't know where they went, to be honest with you, but smashed up the little Bali's little navy here. Some of their ships, you know. Go right here so we can transport these guys across. But yeah, so looking good for now. Looking good for now. I've already been on for an hour and a half, so I think this is all right for now. I'm gonna get off for a brief bit. I might come back on after. Might not. Might just come on later this next week. But we'll save it for now. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining. Signing off for now. It's time to eat. It's time to eat food. Have a good one.